Hi Leo, welcome to your September 2023 energy reading. My name is Kimberly from the Path Illuminated. If you are returning, thank you so much for your support. If you are new here, welcome. We are in the midst of retrograde season. We currently have 7 planets in retrograde: Pluto, Saturn, Neptune, Venus, Mercury, Uranus, and Chiron. And we have a full moon in Pisces coming up on August 30th/31st, depending on where you are in the world. As I'm recording this, it is August 28th. I cannot believe that we are already at the end of August. I hope you have been enjoying the summer. Of course, if you're in the Northern Hemisphere like I am. Yeah, so as I mentioned, this is a general energy reading for the Leo collective. So the messages may resonate, they may not. Take what resonates, leave the rest. If the messages resonate, please like and subscribe. If you're interested in a personal reading, I will link my website below. I've got a few different options for pre-recorded readings or live one-on-one sessions. So if you're curious, I'll leave that below. Without further ado, let's get started. I will start with 5 cards for the overall energy, then we'll pull clarifiers, and we will close it off with an oracle card. And something I always mention at the beginning of my readings is, Leo, this is your life and you are the authority. You know what's best for you, and always trust your own guidance above anyone else. I'm an energy reading, so I will pick up on the energy that's around you, messages, guidance, perspectives, support, and hopefully inspiration for you in your journey. But always remember that you have free will. So if you see something in the reading that you're not super happy with, understand that you can always change your perspective. You can change how you deal with certain situations, and you can change how you deal with people, right? You have that control in your life. Life is happening for you, not to you. So anything that's coming through the readings is to support you. So without further ado, let's get started. Thank you, angel spirits and guides. Please help me in pulling a clear and accurate reading for the Leo collective for the month of July. What messages do you have for Leo spirit? Thank you, angel spirits and guides. Can I get 2 more cards for Leo for the month of September? Thank you, angel spirits and guides. Ooh. Okay, now let's get some clarifiers here. So first card out, Leo, is the 10 of Wands. So 10s in Tarot are the end of a cycle. So you are at the end of a period in your life where things have been very heavy. You've been burdened. You've been overwhelmed emotionally, mentally, otherwise. And 10 of Wands is like you're basically at a point of finally accepting that you have to lay these burdens down. You cannot go any further carrying all of this on your back. Spirit, why is the 10 of Wands here for Leo? Cards here. That's too many. Let's just start with 1. Why is the 10 of Wands here? All right. Why is the 6 of Pentacles here, Spirit, for Leo? Why is the High Priestess here? Why is the Queen of Cups here, Spirit? And why is the Lovers in reverse? Okay. So like I said, Leo, month of September, you're coming to the end of a cycle where you have been very overwhelmed emotionally, energetically. You are coming to a place of understanding that you cannot keep doing this. And I think that this is about you really learning who you are, right? Being in this Queen of Pentacles energy, right? A queen has a queendom, right? She is focused on her pentacles. She is abundant. She has everything that she needs. And a queen doesn't do everything herself, Okay, right? She has staff, she has subjects, she has whatever, right? Whatever queens have. Not that I know, but you know what I'm saying? Like, she knows how to delegate authority. She knows how to delegate responsibilities. She knows how to give and to receive. And so I think the month of September is you coming to this place of being like, I can't do this all myself anymore. I'm tired of being overwhelmed. I'm not supposed to feel this way. I'm supposed to feel supported and abundant, and like in my own beauty and power, right? But whatever this burden is, and I'm looking at the cards, it very well may be work. There is a little bit of cup energy, but you're gonna know better than me. But I'm right now I'm feeling work, but also could potentially be relationships. So September is about you figuring out where and how you've been investing your time, money, and energy, and how to bring that into balance, because it's clearly been out of balance. It is clarified by strength, which I love because this is the card of Leo. Universe is going to be providing you with the fortitude, with the strength, with the tenacity, with the just the energy to rebalance things, right? You're ready to make a change. You're accepting who you are. You're like, okay, I know I need to do this. I'm tired of being overworked, overburdened, overwhelmed. I know who I am. I have the strength to rebalance this situation. The High Priestess, which again, I love. This is about being tapped into spirit, trusting your own inner guidance, trusting your own inner knowing, trusting your intuition, right? And it's clarified by the King of Swords. This is air energy. This is all about communication. This is like boundaries. So I think the universe is like, hey, the reason you've been in this situation is because you've forgotten who you are. Things are out of balance. You're going to need the strength to start to really tap into your intuition. And then once you have that inner knowing, Leo, do something about it. There might be people that they need to know where the line is. They need to know what the boundary is. There may be some individuals that need to be cut off at this time, right? Trust your inner knowing. Right? Once you accept that, like, I can't keep going, I can't keep doing this, this is not the person that I am. I need to rebalance things. Like, I'm learning to trust myself. Understand, right, that you will find the strength, right, to enforce those boundaries with individuals in your life. And I also love that we have the Queen of Cups here. This is a queen that is not only grounded in her authority, right? She's here on the shore, but she's deeply connected to her intuition, to spirit, to her feelings, and she's focused on her own cup. My cup first, as Jessica from High Priestess Healing Tarot always says. Learn that it is perfectly okay and healthy for you to prioritize yourself, to prioritize your needs, to prioritize the relationships in your life that help you feel like the queen that you are, Leo, okay? And this is not gender specific. This is just an energy. We all have queen and king energy, masculine and feminine energy, right? This is just an energy. It has nothing to do with gender. But this queen, she knows who she is. She knows that if she fills her own cup, then she has something to give to others. You cannot pour from an empty cup. You have to focus on yourself. And I feel like you've been over giving. Maybe it is at work. Maybe it's in family dynamics, friendship dynamics, Leo, but things have definitely been out of whack and you've been carrying the burden by yourself, and it's time to come into balance. It's time to trust where spirit is guiding you. It's time to own your authority and to know that you have a right to cut people off if you need to. It is time to prioritize yourself, your own mental, spiritual, emotional well-being. And when you do that, things are going to start to become clear. So Two of Swords upright, this is about making choices, but you feel like you can't see the path forward. I think as you start to prioritize yourself and your self-care, things will start to become clear. Now, again, as I mentioned, we are in retrograde season, are we not? You may still be struggling with making this decision. I don't know what it is. I don't know if it's making a decision to leave a job, a project, a friendship, a relationship, right? The Lovers doesn't just talk about romantic relationships. It is a card of Gemini, right? So it's a lot of mental energy and thinking about how to move forward. I think that There might be some sort of resistance that you're dealing with in the month of September with regard to making a decision. And I don't know if it's to move forward or backward, Leo. You know, Nine of Cups, this is strong, independent, you know, like I'm single, I'm filling my cup, I'm taking care of myself. So you're still doing that, right? But there might be a decision that you are resisting making, or perhaps you're feeling like this is not the right time and you're more so focused on getting clarity and getting into balance with yourself. I'm going to pull a few more cards just to go a little bit deeper. The cards are just coming out so quickly. One more card, Spirit. All right, so interestingly enough, the Devil came out right away, and these are kind of like companion cards in that sense, right? That this maybe not wanting to make a decision, maybe struggling with the decision, may very well have to do with some people-pleasing, codependency issues, some lack mentality. This talks to self-sabotaging. So even though you're going through this process, Leo, of like determining like I can't continue to do this all by myself, getting into balance, right? Being in your power, your authority, trusting yourself, you may still be struggling with cutting certain people off, certain relationships off, because you're so used to being in codependent relationships. You're so used to continuing to be in connection with people, even though they make you feel drained, they make you feel anxious. You know deep down that you're overgiving and it's not reciprocal because of your people pleasing, because you're like, oh, I'm a nice person, da 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 da, and I need to prove it by continuing to be in relationship with people who are causing me imbalance. I think you're definitely going to be struggling through that during the month of September, right? I still see you working through coming into balance, but as I said, right, we're in the middle of a very chaotic period astrologically, collectively, etc. So you may not exactly be moving forward, because the Knight of Cups and Knights in general are about action. So there is some stuck energy, which, like I said, this makes a lot of sense. We're deep in the middle of, you know, retrograde season, Mercury retrograde. So September may be more about you just like understanding that things are out of balance and getting back to who you are. And you still may be struggling with walking away from certain situations and certain people in your life that the universe is identifying for you. But at the end of the day, I do think that you are going to find the determination to identify like, okay, these are my new boundaries and I need to move forward, and I need to communicate them to these people, right? And something I always like to say to people is that, one, boundaries are about you, not them. It's not about controlling other people. What a boundary is, as an example, like for me, I am not going to continue to invest in relationships that require me to be the one that always initiates, the one that always makes plans, the one that is always pulling things together, right? If I'm the only one who's constantly like making the plans, I'm texting you first, I'm calling you first, and I never get that back from you. And when you make plans, you never include me, right? That's about me understanding how that works for me. And I can make a decision. Do I back up from this person? Maybe it's a friendship as an example, and just kind of let it be and recognize I've been trying to force a friendship with this person who clearly is not giving in a balanced way, the way that I am. So let me take a step back. Or is this a situation where I've told somebody over and over again, like, hey, I can be there for you and I'm happy to like hop on a phone call with you, but we need to schedule it ahead of time. You can't just call me whenever because my life is very busy, right? And so the boundary, right, for me, if I've told somebody more than once, hey, I want to make time for you, but we need to schedule it so that you can call when I'm ready, because I want to make sure, right, that I'm in the right energy, that I can actually show up for you when we have this phone call. So I need you to schedule it with me. If this person continues to just call me randomly at random times and expects me to be available, I might actually have to say something to them. And when I say, hey, I've said this to you more than once, and I care about you, I love you, I want to maintain the friendship, but this is crossing my boundary, And so I will not pick up your phone call if you're just calling me randomly without us scheduling something. Me communicating and enforcing that boundary is going to make it very clear to me if that person is healthy enough to be in my life, because a reasonable person will take a step back and say, oh my God, I'm so sorry, you're right. I'll do better next time. And a toxic person will become entitled, will get mad at you, will accuse you of being selfish, et cetera, et cetera, et cetera. But understand, right? Like, if I'm your friend, I'm not your therapist, I'm not your coach, I'm not your mom, I'm not your dad. I don't actually owe you anything. And coming at people with entitlement in situations that don't call for them is toxic, codependent, people-pleasing behavior. And I am not going to continue to compromise myself and my values just to keep somebody else happy that doesn't care how they affect me. Does that make sense, Leo? I hope it does. All right, well, I think this is pretty clear, so I'm going to leave it there, and we will pull a card from the Mother Earth Mandala Oracle to close out the reading. All right, Oasis, 34. Okay. The study of visible sound, also called sematics, has revealed that sound has a direct impact on matter. Experiments on sand or water show how different geometric patterns are created and shift under different tones and frequencies. Other studies have shown the same kind of geometric patterns in tears. Tears of sadness, tears of joy, all of our thoughts and feelings are scientifically proven to leave a physical print on our body. This is why it is so important to be kind to one another and to use words with caution. Each of your actions produces an echoing sound, a resonating vibration impacting yourself and others. Create a melody to shape the world all together. I love that. And I think, you know, given the energy that's come out in this and the fact that we're in retrograde season and Mercury retrograde, I understand personally, especially as a Pisces, it's not always easy to communicate or to enforce boundaries, but you can do it with love. It's not coming from a mean place. When you're communicating a boundary to somebody, it is because you care about that connection and you want to make sure that you maintain the connection, and you're letting this person know, hey, I care about you, I love you, and if we're to maintain a healthy dynamic between us, this is where the line is, and I hope that you can respect it. All right, so I hope those messages resonated for you, Leo, and I will see you next time. Bye.